All right, hello students. Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are taking notes on synthetic long division. So synthetic long division is basically a shortcut to polynomial long division. So I think you guys will like this way easier because who doesn't like a shortcut, right? So first let's get started. Today's date is the 4th. So if you're in class today, if it's an A day, we're taking these notes on the 4th of March, or tomorrow, if you have a B day class, it will be the 5th of March. So that's when we're taking these notes. So let's get into it. So when I'm doing synthetic long division, notice first I have it set up like I'm going to do polynomial long division. All right. So, and notice that I have, again, my variables in order by degree. So remember, the degree is the exponent. So my leading degree is the highest like exponent, and they're going in order from greatest to least. That is very important that you do that. So what the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop the coefficients. So in this first row here will be the coefficients. A coefficient is basically the number that's in front of the variable. So this first number is 1. We don't see it because it's invisible. So I had already put that first one for you. And then my next row will be -1. Once again, my 1 is invisible. This will be -16. And this one is -20. And I'm sorry I didn't make my boxes big enough. You'll be okay. So, easy peasy so far. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to drop this number. Now, when we drop it, y'all see these notes right here, we have to make it the opposite sign. So if we see +5, let me zoom in. If we see +5, we got to make it -5. So far, hopefully no one has gotten lost. All right, so we dropped our coefficients, we changed our sign. Now we're going to multiply. What are we multiplying? We're always multiplying the number that's here, -5, times the numbers that's here. Now notice the first number I'm going to multiply is going to be my first coefficient. In this case, it is 1. So I dropped it all the way down. We're going to multiply -5 times 1. That is going to give me -5. So I'm going to write that number here. Pick a different color. Here we go. -5. Now, after we have our number here, we're going to add them together. So -1 plus -5 is -6. Then we're just going to multiply again. -5 times -6 is -30. Oh, no, it's +30 because a negative times a negative is a positive. So -16 plus +30, this is positive. If I use my calculator, that will equal to +14. Then we're going to do it again. -5 times +14 times a positive now. If I use my calculator, that's going to give me -70. And I'm going to add 20. -20 plus -70 is -90. Oops, let me turn on the lamp. Now, believe it or not, the hard part is done. This is your answer. I know it doesn't look like an answer yet, but all we have to do is set it up. So when we set it up, you have to make sure when you write your answer that you drop a degree. Now, what are you talking about, Miss Chambers? I'm glad you asked. So if we started with x to the power 3, my degree is 3. When we drop a degree, that means we have to start with x squared, and then we're going to go in order thereafter. So we have x squared, and then we'll have x to the power 1, which is just x, and then we'll have our coefficients. And then watch and see how I set it up. So this first number here, that is the coefficient that will go in front of x squared. So I have 1x squared, then I'll put -6x, Then my number in the back would be just plus 14. Now notice here it says this is your remainder. And if you remember the last video, the way we treat remainders is we're going to put it on top of what we're dividing by. So this would be x plus 5. So if I were to rewrite my answer without all the colors, it will just be x squared minus 6x plus 14 minus 90 over x plus 5. And this is your answer. Pretty easy, right? Let's do the next one. So now let's do number 2. We have 9x to the power 3 plus 18x squared plus 14x plus 8. And I'm checking to see that all of my degrees are in order from greatest to least, and they are. We are checked. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop our coefficient. So my first coefficient here is 9. And notice I went ahead and dropped it all the way down. Then I'm going to put 18 because it's positive. This will be positive 4 and positive 8. Next, I'm going to make my sign opposite. Don't forget to do that. So instead of negative 1, this will be positive 1. Now to get my numbers at the bottom, I'm going to multiply and then add. So let's do that. I think I'm going to need a calculator for this one. We'll see. So let's do it. Let me get my markers. Negative 1 times positive 9. Positive 1 times positive 9 is positive 9. And 18 plus 9 is 27. So this will be plus 27 because it's positive. Now I'm going to do 1 times 27. That's 27. And 27 plus 4 is, what was that, 37, 8, 9, 10, 11. 31. Now I'm going to do 1 times 31 is 31. And 8 plus 31 is 39. And so, of course, when we write our answer, we have to remember to drop a degree. Don't forget that. That's important. So if I started with x cubed, or x to the power 3, I'm going to have x squared and then x, and then my numbers will follow. So my first number would be 9x squared plus 27x plus 31, remainder plus 30 over x minus 1. So I hope this was helpful for you so you can do your practice problems. If you have any questions, please come to tutorials. My tutorials are every morning at 7:30 a.m., not p.m. All right. Have a great day.